Somehow we're already halfway through the year, so let's pick my July TBR. Hello my friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Kim. I'm so excited you're here with me today. Today's video is one of my favorite ones to make each and every single month, and that is picking my next month's TBR. I love to use my prompt jar to pick my TBR because I have almost 400 books on my TBR shelf, so I need something to help me focus in. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it. The game plan is to pick 6 books today. They're gonna be kind of summery themed because July is very much a summer month for me, so I want some summery mood reading books for me, and we're gonna go from there. I do have a priority TBR list that I'm trying to focus on just because those are the books that are really appealing to me right now. I also have some shelves that are focused in on summer books that I'm going to be focusing in on the most, but whatever the prompt says, we're going to grab the book that fits that, of course. And reading these books all depend on me finishing the 6 books I have on my June TBR in the next 2 weeks. So fingers crossed I get those finished so that the books I pick now actually make sense. I'm going to stop yapping and we're going to get right into our Friday book chat, and prompt jar is going to pick my July TBR. Let's do it. Okay, so I literally just dumped these all out and put them all back in to hopefully give them a really good shuffle. So I do have all the old ones in there that I've already used, but the game plan is to, after this, take them out and not put them back in so that the jar can kind of have time to like empty out. So the first one, I am nervous. You guys get to see it first. The first word in the title starts with M. Okay, very specific, but also very easy. So let me grab a couple books that start with M, I guess. Okay, that was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. And okay, this is really hilarious to me. So you know how I said I have 6 books on my June TBR that I really want to finish? Literally 3 of them start with M. We have Meet Me at the Lake, Metal Singer, and Main Characters. They all start with M, but they're all my June TBR. So they should already be read before I get to this TBR. So that's hilarious to me that I literally have all these books on my current TBR, but I can't use them. So yeah, I kind of really struggled to find other books that started with M. Very funny to me. Like I said, I don't know what the chances are that I had 3 on my current TBR and couldn't find any other ones that I was really drawn to. But I found a couple options. The first one is Most Eligible by Isabel Engel. This one follows our female main character. She's actually the producer. No. Oh. This one follows our female main character. She is going on a dating reality show, not to find love, but to write a killer expose on the producers. However, what she doesn't expect is for the love interest that shows up to be her one-night stand from a year ago. Yeah, sounds messy, doesn't it? So, their main character has to keep her true motives secret while she's on camera and getting to know contestants and getting to know this man that she actually already knows. So it sounds so good and so fun, but I guess that could be summery. It looks kind of summery, but to me it feels like a little bit more spring vibes. So I don't know how I'm feeling about this one. The next one I have is a cheat because it's Nightweaver by R.M. Gray, which means it starts with N, not M. I was going through my books and I found Most Eligible and I just really didn't sing to me, so I was like, well, this one does a little bit more. So if I need to, I have this as an option. For a book, it does not start with M though, so it feels like a cheat. This one follows our female main character. She is a human and she ends up having to make a deal with a Nightweaver, and I don't really know much else about it. I don't really know what a Nightweaver is. I think it has something to do with pirates because there's a pirate ship on the hardcover. Not really sure, but it sounds fun, and that one definitely sounds more like a summery read to me, but it's an N, not an M. So I feel like that's just cheating, guys, and I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do that. So I kept scouring, and thankfully I found a book that spoke to me a little bit more, and that is Mad Mabel. 2 M's, guys. 2 M's, so I feel like that's bonus points. Mad Mabel is by Sally Hepworth. This is a mystery novel. It follows our female main character. She's 81 years old, and she lives in a Melbourne sorry Australians, in a Melbourne suburb. And she kind of just minds her own business. Then something starts going on in the neighborhood where one of their neighbors ends up dead, and it kind of starts bringing out secrets. And it turns out that our female main character wasn't always who we thought she was. Turns out when she was younger, she was actually Australia's youngest committed murderer. And I believe we kind of learned what happened back then, and we kind of learned what happens nowadays in like a dual timeline kind of thing. And that sounds really good and really interesting to me. So we're going to go with this one, I think, because, like I said, Most Eligible does not excite me. Nightweaver is a cheat. So I think the first book for my July TBR is Mad Mabel, and I have not read a thriller recently, so I think a thriller is a really good option, and I think that this one is a good, like, summer mystery. It's not going to be too, like, spooky it's not spooky season yet, so we need a summer mystery, and I think this is the perfect one to start my TBR with. Okay, let's pick my next prompt. Something good, something good. Okay, we had a couple fall, so if we hate this one, we have 2 backups. A book whose main character has the same first name as you. Oh my god, that's hard. I don't know if I have any books with the same first name as me. The name Kim or Kimberly. That sounds difficult. Okay, let me grab my phone. So I'm literally just gonna Google books with main character named Kim. Let's see if we have anything. Okay, AI is not helping. There's a book by Rudyard Kipling named Kim, but that doesn't really help me because I don't own it. They're just giving me books that Kim are in the title. I don't want it in the title. I want to know, are there any books with a main character named Kim? We might be abandoning this prompt because this seems difficult. Again, Kim by Rudyard Kipling. We got nothing. Okay, let's say name Kimberly. Oh, spell my name right. That would help, wouldn't it? Oh, here we go. No, don't have that book. Don't have that book. I don't own any of these books. I don't know why I was like, oh, I'm going to have one of these books. Okay, guys, sorry. We're going to have to abandon that prompt. And we're also going to get rid of it. Because I don't have any that fits it. So, like I said, we had 2 backups. This one we're going with. A book you bought because of Bookstagram. That'll be easy because I feel like that is a lot of books. So let me grab a couple books that I bought because of Bookstagram. I see one right now that I definitely bought. Oh, I see 2. Oh, this is going to be easy. Oh, this is going to be easy. Okay, so I grabbed the 2 books, and they are Yesteryear by Carol Claire Burke and Half City by Kate Golden. So I'm really excited for both of these. This one's like a contemporary fiction. This one is a, I believe, young adult fantasy. So this one I definitely bought recently because of Bookstagram or BookTok or just book social media, because everybody and their sister is buying this and reading it, and I had so much FOMO, so I had to get it. It follows our female main character. She is a traditional American housewife influencer, but the secret is that behind the scenes she is someone who does everything for her. She is a cleaner, she is a cook, all the fun stuff. And then one morning she wakes up and it's the 1800s and she's an actual traditional wife. So she has to do all the traditional wife stuff by herself, and it just sounds so fun and so interesting and like a little bit of a different read. And yeah, everyone was reading it and I had FOMO, so I had to pick it up. And then, like I said, the other book is Half City by Kate Golden, and I've seen so many people read this and give it such good reviews that I was like, okay, I have to read it. I have to have it. I have to. And it follows our female main character, and she secretly hunts demons, and then something happens where she ends up enrolled in the Harker Academy, and Harker Academy for Defiant Defense. She enrolls to hone her craft, work with other hunters, and never be alone again. And then I believe it's her story of being in this academy and being a demon hunter. And I love a good demon hunter storyline. So everyone reading this and reading it so good, like I had to pick it up and I had to get it and I had to be part of the, honestly, just part of the party because I was jealous and I wanted to read it. So definitely bought both of these because of book social media, but this one more so. Because this one I wasn't sure if I wanted to read. This one, like reading the synopsis, I was like, heck yes, this is for me. Hell yeah. This one, when I first read the synopsis, I was like, I don't know, maybe. And then everybody read it, and I was like, yeah, I gotta read this. I gotta read this. So this, yeah. This fits a book that I was influenced to buy very, very well, so I feel like I have to pick this one for book number 2 for my July TBR. Okay, I'm really excited about these books so far, so I feel like it's going to be a very, very good month. Let's go to book number 3. Oh, I like this one. I like this one. Do I, though? Do I? A book that I think will make me cry. What do I think is gonna make me cry? Ooh, me oh my. What do I think will make me cry? Let me see. Okay. I'm thinking maybe this one. So hear me out. This one is One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. It is going to be like a rom-com romance. And this one is actually a sequel to the first book she ever wrote, Every Summer After, which just became the TV adaptation every year after. And I think that this one might make me cry because between the first book and now I've watched season 1 of the show, I just feel like I'm so invested in these characters, and I know that Charlie has been through a lot and that he's had a really hard life, and I have a feeling it's going to make me feel a little bit emotional. So I think that this book might make me cry, and I really want to get through Carly Fortune's entire book list this summer because she writes such perfect summer romances, and I'd like to get them all read this summer. So I feel like this one would be the next one I need to read. If I finish the one of my June TBR, I'll be able to move on to this one in July. So I feel like it helped me check off that goal, and it definitely might make me cry. So I think this is the perfect pick for book number 3, which is One Golden Summer. Plus, I don't have any romances for July yet, and I definitely need one. I'm really excited to read this, especially after watching the show, because I know a lot of things changed in the show, so I'm curious to see what his story actually is. Halfway done already, can you believe it? This one. The cover art includes books. How fun! As a bookish babe, you know we love when books have books on them. We love books about books, don't we? Don't we all? So let me grab a couple books that are about books. Dingy. I was going to pick this one, but it's set in the month of August, so I think I'm going to save this for August. It's Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Like I said, it has books on it, but it is set in the month of August, so I feel like that is more of a August read. I want to read it in the actual month. So this one is not actually going to work. I have to keep looking. That's kind of sad. I feel like there's not going to be any fantasy books with books on the cover, is there? So I would love to read a fantasy book. What are you doing, Rami? Shoot. Okay, I figured it out. I have The Book Witch by Meg Schaefer. This was actually a much harder prompt to fill than I expected. Like, I thought I had so many books about books, but then, like, none of them felt right for July. So we picked up The Book Witch by Meg Schaefer. This is a little bit of more of a fall vibe to me, but I might need a bit of a fall vibe in the middle of the month, you know? Like, give myself a little bit of break from all the summery stuff. So this one follows our female main character. She works as, like, a book librarian. She's a book witch. Wow. She's a 3rd generation book witch, which means she basically goes into books and, like, keeps everything as they should be. And then something happens where she has to end up teaming up with her favorite fictional character, who is the Duke of Chicago. And they have to go through a bunch of different books to try and fix things. All I know is that they go through, like, Alice in Wonderland, King Arthur, The Great Gatsby. And so it sounds really fun. And, like, we're going to get all these different literary adventures throughout. So I think that's such a fun, different kind of story. And I think that'll be a really good, like, break from all the summeriness to start, like, going through different stories. Honestly, that doesn't feel too fall-y. Like, I feel like the academic-ish of going through, like, classic stories maybe is a little bit more fall to me because it makes me think of school. But this is still sounding kind of more like a light, fun read. So, yeah, I think I'm excited to read this one in July and add it to my TBR. Only 2 books left. Just like that, only 2 books left. I cannot believe it. This one looks big. We're gonna pick this one because it looks fat. Oh, I just cut it fat, I guess. Can you see that? Hold on. A book that was published the year you graduated high school. I don't know if I have anything on my TBR that's specifically old. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to figure that one out. Like, how? I'm not gonna be able to figure that one out. So we're just gonna throw that one away. I got these offline. That's why I want to get rid of some of them, because I'm excited to make more TBR jar like prompts. So if you have any prompt ideas, leave them below and I will add them in. But yeah, some of these aren't the best for my current TBR shelf. That is okay. A book with a flower name in the title. Okay. That is also very specific. We will see if I can find. Ooh. Which one's book number 1? Are you book number 1? Or are you book number 2? Scorpion and the Night Blossom. Night Blossom's a book, right? We're going with it. Okay, we're going with The Scorpion and the Night Blossom by Amy Wen Zhao. I'm really excited to read this duology. Hopefully I can get them both read this month. So that would be really fun, but I'm not really sure. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a Trials. And she's in the Immortal Realm. Alright, so our female main character enters the Immortality Trials, which are open to any mortal who can survive the journey to Immortal Realm. Those who complete the trials are granted a pill of eternal life, the one thing An Ying knows can heal her dying mother. But to attain the prize, she must survive the competition. And death is common. So it looks like we're going to be going into some trials. I wasn't expecting that, but I haven't read trials in a while, so I feel like I need to get back into like my trials era. So we're going to pick up The Scorpion and the Night Blossom, because Night Blossom to me is a flower. I don't know if that's an actual flower. Sun Lotus, I also don't know if it is. We're going with it though, guys. We're going to go with it because otherwise I'm going to be staring at my TBR shelf for like hours, and we can't do that. Last prompt. Last prompt. It's a couple books I'm hoping will fit into this. So hopefully I'll be able to pick one of those. Scroll on Instagram until you find an unread book you own. Read that. Ooh, that one's really fun. Ooh, I really, really like that one. That one's going to go back in the jar, actually, because I really like that one. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with Instagram. We're going to go on my regular Instagram, and I'm just going to start scrolling until I see a book. This might take a while. Okay, so there's no books on my current Instagram. Hilarious. We'll go on TikTok. We'll go on my BookTok. What book is this? This is not going as well as I thought it would. I thought this would be so fun. I'm very disappointed.
Hey guys, so it's Monday, yeah.
I'm very disappointed in how this is working out for me. Okay, so hold on. This is the first book that was mentioned that I own. So we're going to be reading Taurus Season by Bren Weaver, which is actually like the perfect summer dark romance. So I guess this is a perfect way to finish up my TBR for July with a summery dark romance. And this one follows our two main characters. Our male main character isn't your average tourist. He is a serial killer. And he goes and he kills people in like these towns he's visiting. And then our female main character is a true crime investigator who is on the trail of a long lost serial killer, and they end up coming to a truce and a bargain. So that sounds really fun and interesting, and yeah, Taurus season, like July is vacation season, so I feel like it's the perfect read to finish up July with. So with that, excitingly, I have my July TBR. We have my July TBR all picked out. I do also have like my priority books, so I'm still going to be trying to read those, but I have The Scorpion and the Night Blossom, I have Taurus Season, I have The Book Witch, I have One Golden Summer, I have Yesteryear, and I have Mad Maple, which all seem like really good books to read during the summer, and also I feel like it's a good variety. We have a mystery, we have a contemporary fiction, we have a romance, we have a mystical, like magical realism fiction or fantasy, we have a dark romance, and then we have a, I don't know what The Scorpion and the Night Blossom is. It's like it's definitely a fantasy, but it's like a different kind of fantasy. So yeah, I think that's a perfect July TBR, and I'm really excited to read it with you guys. Let me know what book you think I should tackle first, and let me know what you guys are planning to read this July. Thank you guys so much for being here. I would love to connect more, so make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, all the good stuff. Quinn also says hi. Please make sure you subscribe. She loves to see you here. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Live well. I have cat hair all over my face. Live well, read lots of good books, and go discover my friends. Bye! And let's have some good luck in July, so if you're still here, please comment below. No reading slumps in July, and also say hi to Quinn. Say, hi, Miss Quinn. See you guys.